Thanks, buddy. Peter Gifford, hype man. But no, hello everybody. My name is Ryan Mercer, and just so everyone knows, this is actually my first talk in front of a group of people like yourself. So, yeah, I'm really excited and I'm really nervous. But without further ado, let's get along to my presentation today, which is about HeyOrca's journey to where they are now. And the key topic of this presentation is called friction-induced growth. So, HeyOrca is a tool that allows marketing agencies to better collaborate with their clients. And one of the visions about HeyOrca is to help them take back their day. We try to eliminate as much of their busy work as possible, right? Right now, we've got 470 agencies using us to help streamline those processes, and we've grown to 2 million annual recurring revenue in just 2 years. But one thing that we did do was very unconventional from the marketing technology space. Tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, and Sprout, for example, they allow people to sign up for the platform right from the beginning. And HeyOrca, very early in its stages, actually changed its model away from a self-sign-up business, and we induced friction on purpose. So again, a little bit of background about me. I am now part of the sales and marketing operations team at HeyOrca, and I started in October 2016, but I was their first sales development representative. There was never a need for a sales development representative before that because it was all signups. And here's my details there if you do want to reach out to me. Like, I'd encourage anybody to talk to me, and I'll post it at the end as well. HeyOrca's sales model and philosophy. What was really important from the early days is that communication was deeply embedded for all of our customer relationships. And that was key with us removing the self-serve sign-up for HeyOrca. Our outbound efforts consisted of a lot of communication, and we wove that throughout the entire sales funnel. Like, taking cold email outreach, high touch points, we introduced that into the buying behavior for small businesses. And this was a B2B environment. This wasn't even like B2C. And it was very similar to enterprise level buying behavior. And everybody will tell you that that's not the way to go. And I'm not saying that's the way to go, but it's just so happened that we managed to make it work for us. So after we removed all the self-serve and sign-ups, this is our really elaborate sales model that we came up with. So we had a lot of traffic driving from outbound emails, conversations through LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. But it was a very intensive process for us as a team. The initial call ran about 30 minutes. The day one, which is like where we started our sales cycle, was a product demo with their team, which was done by a sales representative. Then we actually looped our customer success team into the picture as well, and they kicked off all of our trials. Then going back to the sales rep at about a 14-day mark, because we ran a 2-week trial at that time, and then we closed the sale at the end of 30 days. But what was interesting about all of that is that we changed traditional compartmentalization on a lot of different kinds of sales processes. So we weaved every part of, like you look at a funnel and customer experience at the bottom, we tried to weave them back into this section of the sales cycle. Sales was then readjusting back to marketing as well, doing cold outreach, and not only that too, giving feedback to our marketing team as well. But what was really important about all of this is that at every point that we would have a conversation in our sales cycle, we were also gaining information about our product. Because we had no idea. We were like, okay, yes, we want to help out marketing agencies take back their day, but like, what's their biggest problems? Like, they can have complex problems going everywhere in every single direction with their marketing. So what we did was, upon introducing these high-touch sales model, we wove all that product feedback back into our product team, which really, really helped us build a good product. And not only that too, the highly communicative sales approach that we took right from the beginning, high touch points and all these different conversations, really translated over to our customers constantly giving us feedback too, which was also very, very valuable. Again, on top of that whole high-touch sales model, we recorded every single conversation, right? In a way so that way we can actually make data-driven decisions. which was really important for us. But the biggest problem with all of that is like, if you have everybody having all these conversations throughout the entire sales process, like how do you scale that, right? Does it become a body problem? Do you just keep throwing bodies in there, and the more people that are doing more stuff just equals more stuff? But it's not realistic to grow like that too. So what we decided we were going to do is let's take a really concerted effort into how we can scale this. And it came down to a couple key growth metrics. We created this revenue equation, which is really, really, really simple. The new revenue that we wanted in a given month equals the number of deals with a close date in that month multiplied by the average selling price. And the more data we threw into that, the more it threw back at us, right? Then we started taking the approach, okay, let's look at our sales cycle right now. And every single conversation that we're having, let's record them as conversions. Let's set each conversation as a conversion. So we set up our entire funnel within HubSpot and monitored each stage as a conversation, being part of that conversion. But there was still one thing missing, right? It wasn't simple enough for everybody else to understand. So to get marketing, sales, customer experience, and the whole business behind something, we had to find a simple way to get everybody rallied together, and that was demo scheduled. So it's what I like to call the Moneyball approach. Has everybody here seen Moneyball? Yeah, right? It's the idea that you build like you have a goal in mind, and you always want to work towards that goal, but what is the one key identifier that gets you towards that goal, right? So if I was to sum the Moneyball approach for HeyOrca, and hopefully something that everybody can take away here with today about trying to scale in an untraditional manner, is that you build a simple growth equation, right? Understand the factors that can influence your key growth metrics, like average selling price or the days to close. Like you need to understand those things. But then you have to really rally around that one key metric to focus your optimization efforts. And then once you've got that, it's just implementing those optimization efforts into marketing and sales activities. Like Peter Brand said, it's about getting things down to one number in Moneyball. And it's a really empowering statement. And we all know how the Oakland A's did. They didn't win. But anyway. So I just wanted to briefly cover my tech stack here on how we achieved that. And we had a lot of great tools that came into our midst, but we had no way to kind of link them together. So I'd like to start with a tool called Zapier, which really helps to join tools together, especially if you're one of those kinds of people that has to operate in multiple different places. But you also want a way for all your tools to talk to each other as well. And HubSpot, fantastic tool for CRM. But Calendly really separated themselves when it came to a calendar booking tool, mainly because of their complexity with the round robin, right? So we use round robins to set up the demos scheduled for all of our salespeople, and you can have a lot of complexity with like JavaScript. We run that in there too, based off of different forms that people fill out through HubSpot. And then, of course, Intercom, because what is the good of all this if you can't record all the conversations in one place, right? So that's where Intercom came in. Cool, so thanks for having me. Again, really honored to be here with Propel. And I've got 2 minutes to spare, so I don't know, like Peter. I'm good? Okay, thank God. Yeah, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Like, I'd love to, converse with people and see if I can help you in any way. Cool.